Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 2 of your virtual fundraising opportunity and course. Again, my name is Jenny Trump. I'm Director of Admissions for Up With People, and I am so grateful for all of you to be here and interested in learning a bit more about how you can raise funds for your tuition to travel in Up With People. Yesterday, we talked about why you want to travel, and we really dug deep into the reason behind that. And what we did was we got specific on the reason, and I hope that you were able to capture that reason down either on paper, or for those of you that have already shared your reason with us in the group, thank you. And I look forward to reading more of your answers and to have more of you contribute to that, to yesterday as well. Today we're going to go over, this one's exciting because we're starting to get into some action items. Today we're going to go over goals and how to create goals. All right, so we know that we need to raise money to travel and Up With People, but the big question is, how much money do we need to raise? So what we're going to do today is we're going to discover that number, and we're going to start to set some goals for ourselves so that we can move forward in a timely manner and with action steps. All right, so what I want you all to do today is go over your SMART goal. So what do I mean by this? All right, first of all, when we're setting goals, they need to be SMART. So this is an acronym, and what that means is that each letter has a definition. So the first letter in SMART is S. So for S, let me actually write this down before I get any of you guys lost. I think you can see back here, right? So S, might be backwards, sorry about that. M-A-R-T, SMART. Let me just actually write this down a little bit lower so that you can see it. So S-M-A-R-T. There we go. So S. This is for specific. So we need to get really specific on what our goal is. We can't just say, I want to raise money and I want to raise a lot of money. We need to get really specific on what that number is. So today we're going to address that number, and we're going to find out for ourselves how much money exactly that we're going to be raising, all right? The next one is M. M is for measurable. So you want this goal, whatever it is, to be a measurable goal. In our case, it is. We are setting a specific goal, which is to raise X amount of dollars, and measurable means that we will be able to measure that amount of money. Did we reach our goal? Yes. So another example would be if you want to lose weight. You can't say, I want to lose a lot of weight. It's nice to put either a number or to say, I want to lose 2 pant sizes, because then you can measure it, right? So you're giving yourself a number, a way to measure it. The next one is A, and A is for action. So what are the actions that we're going to do to help us reach our goal? We're going to set those actions out as well. That's going to be part of tomorrow's plan, is learning, or is defining our action plan. So R is for reasonable. Now this has to be something that we can reach for. We can't say, I want to raise, $50,000 in a week. Some people they might be able to do that and have it happen. For us, we're starting out, and so we want to have a number that might be a little bit more reasonable for our purposes and for us. All right, so we want to have a reasonable goal set in place for ourselves to reach. T is for timely. So we also want to be able to state what our goal is. I want to raise $3,000 with a fundraiser in 4 months. So that's reasonable and timely because you're giving it a time period. You're saying in 4 months, I want to have achieved this goal. Something that's not reasonable, I want to lose 30 pounds, or is that 15 kilos in 2 days? That's not reasonable and not timely. Well, you're putting a time on it, but it's not a reasonable one. So rather, you would say, I want to lose 30 pounds in 4 months. That would be reasonable and timely. Yes? All right, so that's what we're doing today. We are setting out our specific, our measurable, our action item, reasonable, and timely goal. All right, so how are we going to do this? Now we know that we need to set a SMART goal. How are we going to set our SMART goal? I'm going to share my screen with you all, and I will show you what our homework assignment is for today. So I hope you all can see this. I'm going to become a little box over here. All right, so I want you all please to go to this link right up here at the top, and I will post this in the video for today, but this is on our web page, and it's upwithpeople.org, student info, what's my investment. You're going to scroll down to this budget calculator. So the Up With People budget calculator. It's going to pop up. This is what the budget calculator looks like right here. And from here, we're going to walk through this, and I want you all to fill this out because this is going to help you understand how much money you actually need to raise, okay? So we are going to look at the Up With People program fee. This is how much it is for 1 semester of travel, $17,450. Now, you may, let's see here, I'm gonna just look at something really quick. All right, something that you may be doing as well is budgeting for a second semester. A second semester of travel is $9,900. So you might be raising funds for 1 semester, or you might be raising funds for your second semester, or you might be raising funds for both. So go ahead and do the math. Add up how much money you specifically need for your tuition for Up With People. If you're doing study abroad for the first semester is $950. If you're doing study abroad for the second semester, it's $950. Those are administrative fees. So if you're doing study abroad, please add those in as well. And if you didn't know, yes, you can get credits, college credits. You can earn college credits for traveling in Up With People. And if you are interested in that, please talk to your counselor and they'll help guide you through that process. But now you know what the cost is. Okay, which is really, I mean, in my opinion, it's a no-brainer to travel. You're gonna be traveling anyway, and for an additional $950, you get 12 college credits. It's pretty awesome, it's pretty amazing. So, okay, now you're gonna go through the next part, part B, which is your expenses. So you want to, you know, how much money are you spending for the tour? Again, Up With People recommends $500 to $1,000 per semester, okay? Your airline ticket to Denver, your airline ticket home at the end of the tour, your health insurance for the duration of the tour, and if you have questions on that, please ask your counselor as well. Travel supplies, luggage, camera, etc., and your entry visas for countries on tour. Again, ask your counselor if you have questions on the visas as well. Okay, so here we have your summary. So for example, this one, the expenses summary, they just have the tuition in there, but you would be adding in your additional expenses, okay? So from that, you're gonna have your amount. That is your specific amount. You will have fulfilled S, okay? All right, so now how are we going to understand from that how much we need to raise from fundraising? Because we know that you all probably have personal savings, you'll have support, you will have probably worked a part-time job or some sort of job that will allow you to contribute some funds to your tuition. Okay, so your budget calculator. This is where you're going to start plugging in numbers, and we'll come up with a more specific number for fundraising purposes only. All right, so how much personal savings do you have? So go ahead and fill in that number. How much money do you have, for example, from things like graduation or birthdays or perhaps parental support or grandparent support, et cetera, et cetera. Put that number in here. If you've worked or you will be working and saving money, put your amount here, the goal amount that you will save up over the course of time, okay? Some other things that people have done if they've moved in with their parents to save on rent, or moved in with a friend to save money as well. Maybe, they sell their items. So you can estimate, what it is how much money you will earn from those activities. And you'll write those numbers here as well. Okay, step 3 is your fundraising. This is where you're going to put the amount that you want to fundraise. You'll put that in here. And tomorrow we're going to talk more specifically about the opportunities for fundraising, and we'll go over some of the things that have worked for past participants. And tomorrow we'll talk about, I want to hear from you guys what you, are looking into doing. So we'll explore some of that tomorrow. Okay, so this is your budget calculator. You're going to go ahead and fill that out. All right. And this is your homework. This is going to be your homework for today. So go ahead and please print this out and fill it out for yourself. And at the end of it, let us know if, which I do hope that you will share, let us know how much you're looking to raise from fundraising efforts. Okay, so maybe that's $3,000, maybe it's $10,000, maybe it's $20,000 because you want to travel 2 semesters and you want to do the study abroad for both semesters. So let us know how much money that is for you, and in the comments below. If you have questions, please ask me, or you can go to your direct counselor, and we look forward to hearing from you. And thanks for watching day 2. All right, guys, have a good day. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.